If you were here last week, we found some clips we forgot to show you, so here's what happened.
We need to get the dash apart because our radio is coming tomorrow and we need to plug the batteries back in the van. So beyond that, I got new pink gloves and let's roll.
We showed you our new Pioneer radio last week that we are installing. This is how we got the dash apart. Callan was also still working on getting all of the wire harness pulled out.
Alright, oh, the Goose is swinging. Let me slow him down. We are replacing our radio with a radio that is capable with wireless CarPlay, so that's a little bit easier for navigating on the road. The first step was getting this tray off and pried all the corners up, and there are 2 clips on the front, and then there is about 4 clips on the back on each side, and then this just pops off. There are 2 screws here, and they are a 9/32. Next, you're just gonna grab the top and give it a really good yank, and it should pop out, and then use your tools on the bottom to get the rest out. Alright, so I have successfully pulled this top off, which I did film. The radio popped out, and then I ended up labeling the hazard cord, and then we have the electronics and the antenna. And then this one was just in there, so that's gonna kind of be a mystery as to what that was. Just a lot of prying, a couple screws. Is the first package that we are opening.
The first thing being installed in Goose is the radio,
very
which I mean
first
is important.
thing that is being opened from the mailbox and being installed, which is our new bracket for our new radio that's coming tomorrow.
Which is pretty awesome because we have 10 boxes in the garage that need to also be installed in here at some point. So
Number one.
Yeah, so in the passenger van, you don't have to deal with this in a cargo van, but we have the wiring harness for like the lights, the taillights, the headlights, the speakers. All of the wiring is mounted on the outside of the frame. We need that to be on the inside of the frame so that we can wall it off. Last week, we cut some holes in the van that will help us get the wire harness back into the walls easier, but the process of getting the harness out was long and tricky.
To fit our new radio in, we did have to cut this plastic piece so our radio will sit in the opening.
It's a little colder out today. Yesterday was like 70 almost, like 72, and today we're back down to the 30s and 40s. So it does look a little sunny out here, but it is very windy and cold. So we got the snow pants on today, and is that Micah? Yeah. Just waiting for Pookie. So today we are tackling more of the electric work in the walls, and I'm going to attempt to get the rest of the brackets on the radio. Our radio did get delayed by a day, so it will be here tomorrow. And maybe look at some of the wolf box stuff and some of the insulation, so we'll see how it goes. It's Pookie! He has arrived! If you take the dash cam out of a van, will it set off a dash alarm?
No.
Oh wait, backhoe cam. Dash cam.
That's not what, yeah.
You're trying to disable it. Simply unplugging it at the camera connector rather than cutting wires may reduce the chance of a severe fault code.
Reduce a chance? What do you mean? It's a yes or a no.
The only way to check is to plug the battery back in, because it could throw a check engine, ABS, or traction control light because it's detecting a break in the circuit, which could interpret as a system failure. Ensure all wire connections are properly terminated, seal the harness, and perform a system reset.
Sweet. So no, you can't do that.
We were going to start looking at the Wolf Box camera, but we are scared that removing our factory backup cam will throw error codes, so we will be saving that project for later.
Stupid wiring harness. So fun.
So fun.
Here we go. Just lift and pull, they say. Ouch. Maybe. Hello, pretty please don't break. The wiring harness is literally tucked into everything, including all of the lights. If you have ever converted a passenger van, you know how this feels. Oh my god, I almost died. Ba-da-ba-ba.
I don't know. It's just clips. I get the...
We need like a second step there. Because the other side didn't have that.
Ford Transit van mirror cover, get off.
Mirror cover, get off.
Get off. Make a story, yeah. Hello.
The two of us were cruising along and demoing, which it feels like that's all we have been doing for the last 2 months.
Tail light. Alright. Shit. Last time I just cut the cable grommet because I didn't want to rewire it.
This could be bad.
I literally can see my breath.
Put your snow pants on and you'd be cooking.
It's not that. It's my hands, and I need my hands to do nimble activities.
Where's your glove?
Those aren't nimble.
You have skinny gloves.
But at this point, neither are my hands because they're frozen.
Dudes wearing no gloves and whining? And if you watched last week, you watched me get the screws out from behind here, so the wire harness is free. So now you are caught up on how we got here demo-wise. So sorry about that, and we are so back. Thanks!
Huh?
Ah, there she is. Ah. We are back. It just smells like metal in here.
Yeah, and it's like there was a lot of grinding.
Grinding.
Grinding going on.
We are working on finishing our electronics. Pretty much.
Well, I don't know about finishing.
Well, the ones we need done.
Yeah.
We need to get the wire harness put back together. Oh my god.
I have bigger feet than you.
We need to get the radio done, possibly the Wolf Box G900 Pro, and...
Well, we'll want to hook up the battery before we test that, because we need to make sure that if the backup cam for the old rear view mirror is disconnected, it doesn't error out.
Correct. And that the radio works.
And that the radio works.
Oh,
What
that's
the hell? No! Alright, so my mission for today is to get the wiring harness back together. So we ended up angle grinding out some holes kind of along the path that we want to hopefully be able to get the harness where we need it behind the walls. And we got some rubber edge trim, and I sanded kind of the edges down. So I'm going to put the rubber edge trim on the edges to hopefully not cut any of the wires long term.
As you can see, I have 3 of the wires put back together, so I'm going to continue using my diagram to connect the two, and then we're going to hopefully plug the battery in and make sure everything works.
By this point, you should know that A, we are not professionals, and B, everything in a van build takes 10 times longer than you think it will when you have no idea what you're doing.
I connected all of the pairing radio pieces using the crimp clamps, smushed those together, and all of these colors have a color that matches up with our old radio, and it came with an adapter.
Having a great time. All right, we can continue pulling. Yay. I don't recommend changing how the wiring harness is.
We found a wire diagram online that showed which colors were what and just paired them accordingly by stripping a chunk of the wire and using a crimp clamp after twisting the existing cord and the new radio cord together.
Why are there wipers on? I don't remember how to turn them off.
Alright, Callum, plug the battery back in, and we have power. Woo! English!
You know what else we have? Or there, the lack of? A check engine light.
No check engine?
No check engine. So, we did something right in all of the last weeks of prep time. So
That's exciting. I'm very excited that turns on.
well, now we need to test if there's sound.
Yeah!
But yeah.
Alright, might get copyrighted, but that's okay.
You can just put a word in copyright free music.
Okay, the speakers work! Yeah!
Now that we have sound, we are headed into the rest of the cab accessories in the next video. See you next week.